Hey, 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 what's going on, Facebook? This is David. How are y'all doing today? How do you like this new shirt? I'm super, super stoked about it. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Right on. Got this from the Ray Higdon 14-day challenge. For those of you that don't know who Ray Higdon is, you need to learn who he is. And for those of y'all that know who he is, you know how cool, how big of an impact he's made in a lot of people's lives. I'm coming to you live today to share a message with you guys. How many of you out there would like to be able to reach your potential? You just feel kind of stuck in the muck. You just feel like you're not worthy of it. You just feel like you don't, you're not really worthy of that big paycheck, or that big paycheck scares you, right? How many of you out there would still like to reach your potential? You're just not sure. You're just stuck on the struggle bus, right? Well, today I'm going to share with you 4 tips that can help you to reach your potential in life in general, even whenever you don't feel worthy of it, okay? So stick with me to the end, because I've got a video that I'd like to share with you that really just has great inspiration, an inspirational message for you, and I'd like to be able to share that with you. So tip number 1, you guys, is to do it anyways, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Whenever things are going to be tough, right? If you don't feel worthy of something, if you don't feel good enough, just do the work anyways, okay? There are so many times whenever I have done the work anyways, and so many leaders and so many entrepreneurs, so many successful people have done the work before the results have been there, before they felt worthy, before they were even close to success, okay? So many of the people over in Hollywood, even like Harrison Ford, he spent 25 years in Hollywood doing all these smaller movies that nobody really knows about, and then before he really made it big, okay? So don't wait until you feel worthy or until you believe in yourself before you start doing the work. One tip that I learned from Ray Higdon this morning was a great way to start believing in yourself is to get other people thanking you. It's not enough for you to just say, you know, to do what do they call it, affirmations. That's good, but one of the best ways to start believing in yourself and to start gaining confidence is to start getting other people thanking you, okay? Now, how do you do that? You got to step outside your comfort zone and do it anyways, okay? He just shared this story earlier today where he was at this big company event. It wasn't his business that he was building, but another company was asking him to come and evaluate it. And after he got off the stage, he was walking down the aisle and he saw somebody running up to him, and he wasn't sure what was going to happen. But the guy, he was an older gentleman, he came up to him, and with tears in his eyes, he said, "You don't know me, but you've changed my life." Okay? And what happened, right? So Ray Higdon did this. He did videos whenever he wasn't believing in himself, and he continued to show up in the marketplace, continuing to add value to people before he believed in himself, and that changed people's lives. So him continuing to do the work causes ripples in the world, right? And it causes ripples in people's lives, and you never know whose life that you're going to affect simply by you stepping outside of your comfort zone and helping somebody. And for those of you that are in network marketing, it may be stepping outside of your comfort zone, may be just opening your mouth and seeing if somebody's open to taking a look at what you're doing, okay? Just opening your mouth and sharing is you doing it anyways, even if you don't have a whole lot of self-confidence. Don't wait for you to be the person on the stage before you start sharing information, before you start doing the work. How do you think they got there in the first place, right? So do it anyways means you don't have to believe in yourself before you go and start doing the work. It works the opposite way, okay? You do the work first, then as you do the work, you gain more experience, you gain more confidence, and people start thanking you for the work that you're doing, and that builds up your belief even more. It's very reciprocal, okay? But the more that you back off, and the more that you feel like you have to be perfect before you do anything, by the way, that's procrastination. But the more that you back off, the more that you'll continue to say, look, they don't, you know, nobody appreciates me, nobody, you know, thanks me, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. The more that you'll back off even more. Okay, so I just really encourage you to do it anyways, right? That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is remember, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you, okay? So what I mean by this, here's the takeaway. Don't be afraid of growth. Don't be afraid of things that are difficult for you. Whenever we were kids, whenever we were babies, it was probably really hard for us to learn how to walk, right? And for those of you out there that are parents, you know, watching your kids learn how to walk, sometimes they fall, sometimes they trip, they fall over, sometimes they even smack their head and they cry. But what's the alternative? They will, I mean, what's the alternative, right? They will just never learn how to walk for the rest of their life and to be dependent upon somebody else to push them around. That doesn't make any sense. So don't avoid things that may be difficult, that don't challenge you, because they will help you grow to the next phase of life for you. That will help you to reach your potential, okay? So whenever you can recognize things that are difficult, don't shy away from it, but welcome it. Say, hey, that's probably the thing that I need to go through, grow through to help me grow to the other side to reach my potential, okay? Because you're here on this earth, you guys, not just for yourself, but you got to recognize that you're here on this earth to impact others as well. I've realized over the past couple of years that whenever we start to just close in our vision of our life, and we just try and take care of ourselves, if we just try and do the bare minimum, then our potential is way out of reach. It's so far out of reach, we don't even think about it. But whenever we start thinking about others, that's whenever we start to realize that you have more potential than what that you realize. And so you've got to reach that potential in order to help a greater amount of people, right? And it actually is reciprocal again. You reach a greater amount of people, and that's what gets you to reach into your potential, okay? So tip number 2, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Number 3, hang out with people that help you grow, not just the people that you like, okay? This one is a big one. A lot of people, they're very comfortable hanging out with people that they like, their friends, right? What's going on, Mario? Howie, Jeffrey, Brent, John, Paul, Priscilla. Thank you guys for hopping on. If you're watching by live, then please drop me some live comments, all right? I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope that these tips help you, okay? So here's number 3 again. Hang out with the people that help you grow, not just the people that you like, okay? I've got friends that I like. I've got friends that I like to hang out with that not necessarily help you grow, but I like hanging out with them anyways, just because it's comfortable and it's easy and it's a way for me to kind of relax, right? But you've got to have a circle of friends, of people what's going on, John? I see that comment. You're on. I'm a life. Rock on. Yes, you are. But you've got to include in your circle the people that help you grow. Otherwise, again, you won't even know about your potential. You won't even think about your potential, okay? Because your mindset will be just on the things that you're comfortable with, all right? And I've seen this happen with me. Whenever I'm around the big thinkers, I start to dream again. I start to think. I start to get creative. But whenever I'm around the people that I don't grow with, then you're just doing stuff. You're just hanging out. You're just relaxing. It's all about just the moment, right? So I encourage you guys to hang out with people that help you grow, not just the people that you like. That's number 3. Number 4 is do the hardest thing first, right? So we just got back from an awesome company event in Kansas City. It was a 10-year anniversary, and they spent a lot of money on an after party and by bringing in some awesome speakers like Brian Tracy. How many of you out there know who Brian Tracy is? Write a heck yeah, Brian Tracy in the comments below. He's written like 70 books, you guys, and he came out after like 18 months of being in surgery and his recovery time on his knees and stuff. That was his first time to speak in public again, and we were all really excited. We learned so much from it. So he suggested make a list of things that you have to do that day that will make the most impact on your business and on your life, and identify the most difficult thing for that day on that checklist, and do that thing first, right? Because once you do that thing first, then everything else will be easier for you. Okay, excuse me. So I really recommend that you follow these tips, you guys. I hope that these tips have helped you. If you got something from these tips, then drop a value in the comment section below. And here's the video link that I was telling you about earlier. I found an awesome video that will help you to get past the fear of rejection, and it's actually it helps to share and reveal how being afraid of rejection is actually mathematically, it doesn't even make sense. Okay, so the way that he breaks it down is really, really cool. It actually it makes it almost it makes it not common sense to be afraid of rejection. It makes it easier and takes a weight off of your shoulders. Kind of like whenever I watched it, I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that totally makes sense. Why not? So it just makes it easy to go out and to open up and get outside your comfort zone and grow and get past the fear of rejection. So if you want that video link, then reach out to me and I'll send it over to you. But I hope that these tips have helped you guys. Again, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. There it is.